Hi there, welcome to the channel and welcome back if you're a return viewer. I'm Kerry and you're watching the Christchurch Review of Books. Today, the second book review I'm filming today, so first one was The Private Eye, very different book than this, but this one is Deep Weird. Now this is a collection of essays and papers edited by one Jack Hunter. Came out about a year ago, I believe. I saw reviews of this and it looked really positive. Now deep weird is a kind of term that people use for strange, paranormal, supernatural type experiences which can't quite be pigeonholed in one category. It's not a UFO experience, it's not a psychic thing, it's really weird, very strange, and some things that just can't be explained. People seeing bizarre things, which could be anything. Now, I was expecting great things from this book, really. You know, with a title like that and an explanation of it, it says that it's the varieties of high strangeness experience. Now, high strangeness is another term used by the researchers into these things. High strangeness is weird, surreal-like, dream-like, sort of unbelievable type experiences which likewise cannot always be pigeonholed into certain categories. Like, I was expecting a lot by that, and initially this book delivered. There's a great introduction by Jeffrey Kripal, however you want to say it. He's a well-known figure in these fields, and then the editor himself, Jack Hunter, writes a really good introduction as well, with examples of what he wants to cover and all sorts of things. And I was thinking, wow, this is going to be good. First few papers in the first section. There's three sections in this book. One's like the deep weird experiences. The second one is researching the deep weird, and the third one is modelling the deep weird. Now, the first section is pretty much the best. There are a number of topics covered by a number of authors, and it starts off strong. We're talking about things like synchronicity, and there's a example of the fairy census by, I think, Simon Young. Now, he's well known for articles in the 14 Times, of which I am a subscriber, and stuff like that. And the fairy stuff sounds a little weird, but he's actually studying the people who claim to have seen fairies, and it's the actual experience itself rather than the reality of such things. And I was quite good feeling towards this book, but then we started getting into things like ectoplasms at seances 100 years ago, or poltergeists, or near-death experience. Now, a lot of this stuff is, well, it may be weird and strange to the people who claim to experience it, but it's not the kind of weird, unclassifiable, deep weird stuff that I was expecting from a book like this. And this book kind of went downhill from there. It just took the easy path, the easy collection of things that we've all heard before, all seen before. Second section had a couple of interesting parts, but it was mainly quite mundane, and I started to get the feeling that a lot of these researchers who claim to be objectively researching these topics have kind of like, well, I guess it's an old and possibly dodgy term there, but they've kind of like gone native. They've been studying this stuff so much that they've become true believers in it, or maybe they were all along. Now, the third section, modelling the deep weird, has a couple of gems in it, but again, it's people so immersed in these topics which they've lost any objectivity. And that really disappointed me. Like I said, there are some interesting stuff in here. There are individual chapters, really interesting, but a lot of them seem to be really grasping at straws to connect dots here and there and everywhere into some like unified theory of whatever particular phenomenon they're interested in, and that kind of disappointed me. I wanted more anecdotes, more observations, more perhaps just what happened, why it happened, well, possibly why it happened, and how it could happen. I wanted more like that, and maybe it's my own biases showing. I thought this book was disappointing. It's just, I mean, if I wanted to read a whole lot of material about true believer types, I would have just gone on the internet, basically. That's where you can find a whole lot of this stuff, and all the unquestioning sycophants involved with that type of thing. I don't want to sound too down on this book. There are sections of that are worth a read. Other sections are probably best to avoid. So that is Deep Weird. In the introduction, the author kind of explains the subtitle there, the variety of high strangeness experiences, by saying he likens it to the old speeches and books that were produced by, I think, William James about 120 years ago, The Varieties of Religious Experiences, which was like the first comparative religious serious studies. I'm sorry to say, this book really doesn't hold up to that likeness. It's just a grab bag of essays and some of which you could probably avoid and miss nothing at all. Sorry to be so critical if you enjoyed this book yourself or enjoy some of these topics. I just really disappointed in it. So that's Deep Weird. Okay, we'll see you later. Have a good day.